Hello friends, a fresh review of Bitcoin. Well, we're being tossed around quite a bit. I think the picture I posted yesterday on the Telegram channel describes the situation as accurately as possible. At first, we were stuck in a sideways trend for a long time, waiting for any movement from Bitcoin. Now first, the green candles are taking out the shorts, then the red ones, and then green again. And this is exactly what we are clearly observing. In fact, after yesterday's drop from $81,000, Bitcoin is back today at the 88-89 mark. Has the global picture changed or not? We will discuss this with you now. And of course, we will also discuss important news, one of which is that today at 5 p.m. Moscow time, Donald Trump is giving a speech before Congress on geopolitics and the economy. And actually there, as I understand it, we might potentially hear some important statements for us in practice. What is visible so far is that every statement by Trump, on one hand, has a kind of positive flair. On the other hand, after his remarks, the markets always fall. So be prepared for increased volatility. Well, now let's move on to the setups. My dear friends, make sure to give this video a like. I also strongly advise you to subscribe to my Telegram channel. The link is in the description below this video. My Telegram channel is Falcon Investors. Well, now let's get down to business. So, what we discussed in the last review. Yesterday, at the time of the review, we were exactly here. I mentioned that the current level is a long position. It has risks because we have a low left below and the liquidity hasn't been traded. But if someone wants to take a risk, they can open positions. Accordingly, we bounced off it, went above 85,600. And now it seems like we've set the low. And now we are moving higher. But in reality, there is a key point that needs attention. If we look not at a small time frame and not under a microscope, examining some movements, but at a larger time frame, we have one key level. This is the $92,000 zone. And as I mentioned earlier, we have this trading range and we fell out of it. And accordingly, yes, we had a return. In the same way, this news, look, it's like the reserves that Trump announced, and this is the next day. When everyone realized it was some kind of nonsense, we rolled back to exactly the same values. Accordingly, now the $92,000 zone still remains key for us. We are still standing below it. Moreover, we have been trading here for a long time. For several days now, we have been below this level, and accordingly, if we consolidate below, I still place my internal bet on the continuation of the decline. Down to the zone, around $73,000 and possibly lower. Accordingly, in order to move higher, you remember, we need to break out, not just pierce through like this, but we need to break out and consolidate properly, start trading here. Then, in fact, we will start talking about moving higher. So for now, locally, even though it looks upward, and we can still reach the zone of $92,000 again until there is a clear consolidation on the daily candles, in my opinion, there is no talk of a bull run or its continuation. Again, I am speaking exclusively about local scenarios, guys, because globally nothing has changed for us, but we did have a pullback, yes. Please look, we had a huge upward movement, after which we experienced a pullback, let's say, of about 30%. Even if we now, from these current levels, roll down even further, somewhere around here, from a technical standpoint, this might even be better because we will reach and capture an important volume level and then essentially continue the upward movement from there. So globally, any movements at this moment do not affect the global scenario. But locally, it might fluctuate. So keep in mind that right now, in principle, yes, this zone at 92 has become even more challenging for us. Firstly, there's this volume zone here and the trend break level. Secondly, we have a new level here which will also hold us back. So we are specifically observing this. The local levels below are 80,400, then 79,700, and accordingly, for me, the zone below that is $74,000. As for Bitcoin, the scenario, in my opinion, hasn't changed much. Now let's look at the broader picture in terms of some positivity and negativity in the market. And before that, guys, a small traditional reminder, if you are trading, always trade on a quality exchange. For me, the exchange at Lunch 5 has been a reliable partner for many years. If you don't have an account, I strongly recommend registering and trying it using my link and promo code. Under this video, the most advantageous tier for commissions and up to $30,000 on the first time deposit, plus 2 important things. More precisely, one piece of news, one reminder. So news number 1, I published this on the channel yesterday. You can check it out here, yesterday's post. Now, until March 14th, you can bid to obtain VIP levels on Bybit much more easily. Accordingly, this includes discounts on commissions. These are individual interest rates, and so on and so on and so on. Basically, it's very simple. Follow the link, explore. There's a participate button at the bottom. If you're interested, click the participate button and get VIP status. All of this is available So, why is Bybit doing such activities now, right? Going back a few days, naturally some capital left Bybit. Now, in order to become even more appealing and offer even more attractive conditions for traders, they are launching such promotions. Therefore, you can now take advantage of this promotion and get reduced commissions on your trades. So make sure to jump in. Now let's go through some news. So, news number one. Yesterday, I remind you, it was March 4th. Right. What day was it the 4th yesterday? March 4th. Trade tariffs came into effect for us. New ones for Mexico and Canada. Moreover, this is not the end of it for us. Because firstly, Mexico is introducing trade tariffs. Some damn advertisement. 1 second. They are introducing counter trade tariffs. That's one. And two, we have the following explanation. So, we are also having a trade war with China, accordingly, about what China said today, that if the United States wants a tariff war, then we are ready to support this war. And moreover, we are ready to fight to the end. Accordingly, what does this tell us? This tells us that with the increase of these rates, all other partners will similarly attack. And they will also raise rates against the United States. For example, China, what did they do? They have already raised tariffs, plus they have targeted several major American companies. Under specific supervision, under specific control, all of this will naturally complicate a huge number of processes and inflate prices, and all of this will be passed on to consumers. We do not expect anything good from this. That's the first point. Second, these are negative economic news coming from Trump. Second, this is, a Trump side effect. It has a very positive impact on the crypto industry because another high-profile case by the Securities Commission, the case regarding Yuga Labs was closed. So, who are Yuga Labs? You all know them. Maybe you don't know the name, but nevertheless, these are the guys who created CryptoPunks. These are the guys who also created the Bored Ape Yacht Club, which are the largest NFT collections. There was a major investigation in the world. Now it has been suspended. All of this, yes, kind of works from both sides. They are dumping the market economically. And on the other hand, we have a huge number of positive precedents. The halting of various investigations regarding crypto companies and the crypto market. Therefore, the bet is that in the slightly longer term, this will play out, as I mentioned. Yes, but locally there might be some turbulence, and my internal scenarios, which I keep in mind, include the potential for a further decline, somewhere into the range, yes, let me remind you, 73.63. This zone remains relevant for me, and I have orders set up to $63,000. I will be buying throughout this entire space, as my internal feelings suggest that we might just come here and roll down somehow. But I don't know, it's some kind of Burj Khalifa scenario. And honestly, I believe in this scenario very, very weakly. Therefore, for now, I continue to maintain a bullish outlook on the rest of the market. We still have extreme fear, extreme fear, so guys, keep that in mind and be careful. That's all you need to know for today. I think these are the most important points. I talked about Bitcoin, I talked about the news. That's all. Everything you need to know today to maximize your profit in the market. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to not miss new releases. And of course, every comment is very important to me. So don't be lazy. Give a like right now, share your thoughts and opinions in the comments, and wish you great profits. See you next time. Bye.